Hello dog lovers, good morning all, and my name is Susan Kifwe. Welcome to Sonjo Kennels. I'm located in Ngong, Matasia. I'm a dog breeder and most importantly I'm a dog lover. I do breed the Rottweilers and German Shepherds and a few Maltese and Spitz. I've been doing it for a couple of years now, maybe about 6 years or so. Now we just go around and I just show you the dogs I have currently in my kennels. I do have a Maltese, hi Snowy, and a Dachshund cross, and I have a Spitz cross. He's called Brown. And then next kennel, these are my Rottweiler puppies. I have a male and a female. Hi. This is Ebony, and this is the brother Jet. They are pedigree puppies registered with the East African Kennel Club. For this, the Rottweilers, I'm rehoming them because I cannot keep a brother and a sister. Yes, they are available for rehoming. Then I have the Maltese here, Snowy. He's also available for rehoming. I want to get him a new home. And this is Brown, a male. He's about 17 months old. Also available for rehoming. Then we proceed on to those are the smaller dogs. That's the section for the puppies and the small breed. And then we come to my big dogs. And now this is my session for the big dogs. I have the Rottweilers here and the German Shepherds. In this first kennel, I have my 3-year-old female, Rottweiler male. He's called Suki. Next kennel, I have my 5-year-old female. She's called Roxy. Next to her, I have Sheba. Come on, Sheba. She's not a bit of an old girl. She's now 7 years old. Sheba, there she is. For my Rotties, I keep them separate. They don't get along with each other and other dogs. Then for the German Shepherds, I have my long coat female. She's 3.5 years. She's called Mina. Then I have a short coat female, registered with very nice puppies. She's called Flocky. She's almost 3 years old. Here I have a young Rottweiler female. She's 2 years old. She's called Nova. And I have a female short coat. She's called Missy. Next kennel is where I put my puppies. I have a litter of almost 4 months old short coat puppies, also ready for rehoming, registered with the East African Kennel Club. And the mother is the one I've introduced you to. She's called Flocky. Yes, I have both males and females available. The journey has been interesting. It's not easy. This has to be all about passion because keeping dogs is quite expensive. But it's all been worth it. Well, Rottweilers apparently happen to be my favorite breed. And, well, they get a bad rap. But Rottweilers, I've not had a bad experience with them. As long as they are well socialized and trained, they are royal friends, especially to ladies. They are very protective and don't listen to all the people say about Rottweilers. They are awesome dogs. The most important thing is keep your kennels clean. Keep your dogs updated on the vaccinations, proper feeding. You'll have a healthy Rottweiler. For the socialization, I do it myself here. I interact with the dogs. I take them for walks, and they are well-balanced dogs. So I can say, really, for the Rottweilers, I've not had a challenge. Okay, I let them out to run. They have a run here, but early mornings and evenings, I do to take them for walks. Or I must say, German Shepherds, I've started keeping them for the last, let's say, 3 years. Mostly I was doing Rottweilers. The only challenge I have with German Shepherds compared to the Rottweilers, Rottweilers are quiet, confident dogs, and the German Shepherds, I call them my choir masters because they are very noisy. But so far so good. I think no challenge really. It's just on the noise factor when you compare the two breeds. To start with, I must say, starting from my family, this was not. I've been a hotelier for a very long time. So when I decided to quit and do dog breeding, my family would not understand. I come from a background of farming, and it's about cows and goats. Cows give you milk, goats give you meat. So for dogs, when you're doing dogs, what do dogs give you? That's what I used to get asked about. And then people consider dogs dirty. You have to go correcting poop. Really, they could not understand, but it's a passion in me. So it took time to prove to especially my immediate family, the importance of dogs. Because I've grown up with dogs from my grandfather and my grandmother. I always used to take care of the dogs while everyone was taking care of the cows. And I do love dogs from a very young age. Now, the challenges that come with this business, let's first of all talk about quality food. Being able to source, especially meat. Most people will consider going and getting scraps from the butchery, bones, and just throw to the dogs. But I feed my dogs quality beef. If I have to do bones, I do lots of soup. So if the dog is enjoying a bone, it's also enjoying a bowl of soup. That is one challenge. Another challenge is expenses, especially vets. At times you may need a vet and vets are not available. Like, funny enough, emergencies come over the weekend. And you'll find over the weekend, either like this area I live, my vet is Seventh-day Adventist, so then work on Saturday. So I am stuck. That is another challenge. Another challenge is also drugs, like the deworming, the vet services. As I said, it's quite expensive. Another challenge. There's nothing as heartbreaking as breeding a dog, your bitch gives birth to a litter of about 10. Then let's say within a week, you lose all the 10. It's very heartbreaking, but it does happen. So with this, it comes with the gains and the losses. Losing a litter at times, there's something called fainting puppy syndrome. Like the mother is doing fine, she's in good health, she's got milk, but the puppies just fade away. And there's nothing you can control about that. Another thing is parvo. You have to be very careful about your litter of puppies. I keep them secluded until they're about 6 weeks. Nobody gets into the whelping box and the whelping area except me. Parvo can be brought about by people coming to visit your kennels and they have interacted with dogs that are infected. So that is one of the challenges that kills puppies. Also, dogs do get sick. I have lost a dog to a tumor. My first Rottweiler, he was 10 years old and he just got a tumor and nothing could be done about it and he just faded away and died. That is also, dogs are like children, so it's quite heartbreaking at times, but there's nothing you can do about it. So death does happen too. Another challenge I face is getting my puppies good homes, because I really want them to go to homes that they will really blossom and do well, grow to old age. For the time I've been keeping dogs, I like keeping in touch with all people who get puppies from my place, from my kennels. And I would want them to go to a home that if I'm able to go and visit, I find that the dog is doing really well. And most people just believe I have bought a guard dog, it should be locked in like a chicken and released at night. And that is not the way That's not the way you're supposed to keep a dog. At least socialize your dog, get to know the family members, get to enjoy the days, not just locked up at night. Another challenge is like for me, I do this this is my office, this is my full-time job. So it does limit me at times. On occasions, I've missed family functions. Why? I have a litter of puppies that I cannot leave. So you find that it does limit you. At times you find you have to choose, social life, you have to go and do some social activity, but at times it comes down to choosing. You have to choose your dogs over social life at times. With this, you do lose friends on the way because you've chosen your dogs over them at times. Another myth, let me call it a myth, people think the dog breeders make a lot of money, but really it's not. Food is very expensive, maintaining the kennels is very expensive, and when you do the balances, you find that the reward you get for rehoming a dog is it just gives you a small margin to keep things going. A success story of keeping dogs. From my experience, I personally am not an outgoing person. I will not go in a group of people and start talking. But I have discovered when I'm with my dogs and I'm taking a walk, people stop me and we start a conversation, and on the way I have found great friends. Another thing, when you're walking with your dogs, they keep you fit. You're not stressed. People may not realize it, but talking to your dogs really helps, and I find myself talking to my dogs on the walks, even here at the kennels. And that, I must say with a big smile, is a success story for me. Another thing I can say that I love about keeping dogs, at times you may find you're down. Like the times we live in, there is no money, you have not found food, times you don't know where to get food. And I just pick one dog and go for a long walk, and and it's really therapeutic. I find myself, as you walk, enjoying the fresh air with your dog. And then the good thing about walking your dog, especially a lady, let's say I'm walking my Rottweiler, you don't get people who are disturbing you unless people who are really passionate about dogs. You're able to free your mind and get solutions. And basically when you come back home, you're calm. And that's why, especially as ladies, normally you find they are going for the small breeds. Not bad, but ladies also prefer the big dogs, especially the Rottweilers. They may have a bad rap, but they are the best companions ever. They are protective, they are attentive, they are easy to train. And they are your guard dogs like forever. Another success story about keeping dogs, it's to be truthful, it has actually opened doors for me. I've met people who are dog lovers I never thought in my normal life I would meet. And over my years, I have a good network of very good friends who are open to also do help out. They come from different careers. You get their bankers, they can marketers. I have met other dog lovers. And in the process, when you speak to different dog lovers, everyone always gives you up. People have different ideas, and we exchange ideas, and it really helps. It keeps you updated. My day starts as early as 7. I do walk different dogs. Like my Rottweilers, I walk them separately from the German Shepherds. So I'll take one or two and go for a walk. Normally last up to 45 minutes. Then I'll be back and start cleaning the kennels. That normally will take me about 1.5 hours because I'm very particular about my cleaning. I get one dog out, I clean the kennel. As I'm outside with the dog, I can groom, socialize with the dog, play with the dog. So that takes about 1.5 hours. And then from that, I will go to cooking. I do the cooking myself. And as the food is cooking, I let the puppies out. So for the puppies out, we play around with them, grooming, check, when you're with your dogs, you have to be hands-on. You have to check on your dogs, touch them, what their ears are okay, they're all right. So basically just play with the puppies especially, but they don't take long, maybe about 30 minutes. Then the energy is down. So maybe as the food is cooking, then maybe around 12, the food is ready. I scoop the food and I let it cool for about 30 minutes. Then after that, I feed the dogs. Then once feeding takes not much, takes about 20 minutes. So after that, I let the dogs in. That is time to rest and also time for me to catch a break. Then again, let's say from around 3, when I have puppies, I do the second feeding of the puppies. I let them out for about 1.5 hours. And once they are back in, then that is time for my evening walk, which also takes about another 45 minutes. It's never really rushed. 45, depending on the route we take, to about 2 hours. And my day is basically done. For my feeding schedule, when I have puppies, I start feeding my puppies from 3 weeks. I will start with just basically minced meat, just a little introduced because they're still nursing. Maybe for about 1.5 weeks. Then from 1.5 weeks, I pick up the feeding. I can do minced meat. I do mortality chicks, and I do with the broken rice. That is for the puppies. And for the puppies, I feed 3 times a day. For the big dogs, unless I have any pregnant bitch, I do feed twice a day. That is in the morning and in the evening. But for the normal dogs, I feed them once a day. Their diet consists, I alternate. Their diet consists of mortality chicks. I do chicken legs. I do chicken heads, according to availability. At times, the area I live in, we have the Maasais. At times, they'll call you, maybe a cow has broken a foot. You can call for a cow, you'll do beef. And I also do pork fat. I find it works very well for my dogs, for the coat, and also the weight. Another thing that I'm very particular about when I'm feeding my dogs, I do lots of soup. I get bones. I don't just give my dogs bones and just chew on. I boil soup. I keep aside. So every time that I am serving food, I always incorporate soup. I am very big on soup. For one, I have a garden dedicated to dogs only. All the vegetables that I grow, I eat, and my dogs eat. You'll find I have 2 cabbage, I do spinach, I do skuma. And and a bit of carrots here and there. So I forgot to say that I incorporate a lot of vegetables into the diet of my dogs. Now, how do I keep my dogs healthy? So for one, I make sure the vaccinations are on time. The vaccinations are done at the right time. Also, I keep my kennels very clean, so chances of fleas and ticks are rare. But then again, I walk my dogs, so on the way, they will pick up the fleas and the ticks. So I do at times I clean them, but mostly I do the spot-on prevention. Point to remember, which is most important, is deworming. As I told you, I incorporate pork into my dog's diet. And with pork, you really have to do regular deworming. So I deworm my dogs. The big dogs, I deworm every 2 months. For the puppies, as per the recommended, before they are 3 months, you deworm every 2 weeks. After 3 months to 6 months, you deworm once a month. But if you do feel that there's a problem, like your puppies need or dogs need deworming, like you can always do before. Yes. Okay, that comes in 2 ways. There are people, especially the older folk, they will never understand how you keep dogs when they don't see the benefits of dogs. Like as I said at the beginning, cows give you milk. You can keep goats for meat, but dogs, okay, people are used to the kienyeji dogs that you give away. But my family has come to love what I do because, for one, through this job, I have been able to take care of my family and of myself. Basically, here I do the basic training, and I'll tell people training never stops. Really, it's like an everyday interaction. When the dogs are out here, you look at when you're feeding, you show a bit of aggression, you stop that. You should be able to tell your dog to stop something, and it stops. Get your dog out. If you want your dog out, you should be able to tell your dog to get out. If it's in, it is in. So I'll say for training, basically it's normal interaction. I just do the basic. They listen to me. That is what is most important. The advice I would give dog lovers or anybody who keeps a dog, there are people who keep for security, they love their dogs. Very particular, and I advocate for people who lock up their dogs. The whole day really break my heart. I wish people would let dogs run during the day, enjoy their bit of sunshine. It's essential for the dogs. People don't realize how important it is as much as it's your security dog. Please love your dogs. Let them enjoy all the benefits that nature has to offer. Feed your dogs healthy. Make sure you get the vet checks and stay informed on all matters dogs. And also, for all dog lovers, people who keep dogs, it is very important to get your dogs good kennels. Okay, I say I'm passionate about the dogs being locked up, but there's a way you can build a kennel that the dog is able to enjoy the sunshine while still in the kennel. And please, make them good size kennels. Some keep dogs in kennels that are meant for chicken and rabbits. Please, it's important to get your dogs good kennels. Love your dogs. It has to come from the heart. It's not easy keeping dogs. It's not cheap. It's time consuming. And for you to love them and keep them healthy, you really have to be passionate about man's best friend. Because they love us regardless of who we are, how we look like. They just love us for who we are. Last, I must let people know, for you, anybody willing to get into the business, anyone already in the business, to learn more about dogs, watch the Dog TV channel. They have loaded up lots and lots of information. They have lots of videos, and they are very, very educative. For this business, the learning never ends. And my dear people, continue watching Dog TV Kenya, the best documentary channel for all dog lovers. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. As I mentioned, my small shamba is dedicated to greens, vegetables for me and my dogs. So I will show you my retro shamba. This is my small shamba dedicated to the vegetables for our feeding, both me and my dogs. We have the spinach, we have the skumas, we have a bit of broccoli still growing, we have a bit of carrots, As you go this way, it's all basically, at times Kohura.
I have my own nursery.
Oh yes. For the vegetables, at times I do my own nursery. You get the ho-hos over there. A bit of carrots here too. And on this side is a continuation of my garden. You'll see I do have more sukumas and spinach. I have a bit of muchicha. And I do lots of sweet potatoes. I do recommend sweet potatoes. They're actually very good for puppies. If you want to get in touch with me or get to know more about Sonjo Kennels, I have a page on Facebook called Sonjo Kennels. Just go in there and see all that I have been doing. You can contact me on my number, which is 0776 52 50 87. My kennel, it's Sonjo Kennels. And I'm lost. I've been doing it for a couple of years now, maybe about 6 years or so. I'm done. Registered with the East African Kennel Club. Gosh.
Say anything you want.
I don't know. I am lost. Okay. My 6-year-old Roti, she's called, oh dear. This days, not just locked up at night. Stop. It does limit you at times. You miss on. Keep things going. I'm done. And that, I must say with a big smile, is a success story for me. Stop. Next! They are your guard dogs like forever. I am done. Marketers and hold. Over the years, I've met a good. Hold on.
I've made a good network of people.
It keeps you updated. And I am done. Okay, sawa. Ukisema ni sawa ni sawa. Tutaenda edit.
Please.
My perception on. Let's cut.
Continue watching, subscribing, and sharing.
Oh yes, that one. I laugh at people and subscribe, share, like, comment.
Dog TV Kenya, the best documentary channel for all dog lovers.
And my dear people, continue watching Dog TV Kenya, the best dog. I want them to stay balanced. I don't want it done hyped up high. Stop. Nimepotea. Yakuta edit.